the best bones for cleaning dogs' teeth. If you stumbled on this hub, there are chances that your dog is getting older and you are wondering what bones would work best to help keep those dental problems at bay, or even better, you may own a young dog and want to prevent dental problems from occurring in the first place. If so, kudos to you, as preventing is much better than curing something that could have been avoided at least to a certain extent. Let's first take a look at what plaque is and how it affects our canine companions. Dental plaque consists of a colorless or white film that develops on your dog's teeth. It's formed by bacteria naturally found in the dog's saliva which adhere to the surface of the dog's teeth. Initially, the film is soft and can easily come off by simply scraping the dog's tooth with a fingernail or the bristles of a toothbrush. With time though, left on the teeth, the plaque will harden in the next 2 to 3 days and soon will calcify, becoming yellowish, brown tartar that becomes harder to remove. On top of that, once tartar is present, the tooth surface becomes rougher, causing more plaque and tartar to build up. Once enough tartar collects in the dog's mouth, it potentially ends up under the gums causing problems. The hardened tartar at this point can no longer be easily removed with the toothbrush and will likely require ultrasonic tools or a handheld scaler to remove effectively, something that must be done by a vet under general anesthesia. If you think that the continuous accumulation of plaque and tartar is only a cosmetic issue, think again. As in humans, the presence of bacteria causes bad breath, bacteria stinks, and the accumulation of tartar causes irritation and inflammation to the gums around the dog's teeth, gingivitis, under the form of red, swollen gums, which in turn may lead to periodontal disease, the loss of the connective tissue fibers, ligaments and bones surrounding the teeth and responsible for supporting them, and eventually tooth loss due to gradual loss of supporting structure. See photo, something known as gingival recession. Worst of all, because gums are very vascular, it's possible for the bloodstream to transport microorganisms to the dog's kidneys, liver and heart valves, causing severe systemic disease. Periodontal disease is very common in dogs. According to the American Veterinary Dental Society, dental issues affect more than 80% of dogs by age 3. On top of that, consider that the risks for periodontal disease in your dog increases 20% each year of his life, according to Banfield Applied Research and Knowledge. Toy and miniature breeds are particularly affected compared to larger dogs. It's easy to underestimate the importance of regular brushing and providing the dog with the best bones for cleaning teeth because periodontal disease doesn't cause any significant pain and major visible changes at the early stages. Indeed, you're likely to take notice of tartar along the gum line, supragingival, but the real problem is tartar under the gum line, subgingival. Interestingly, a dog may have severe periodontal disease even without the visible yellowish, brown tartar on the crowns we are so used to seeing. This explains why dental cleanings without anesthesia don't cure periodontal disease, but only make teeth cosmetically more appealing. Removing tartar from the crowns won't cure periodontal disease or prevent tooth loss, explains Sharon Hoffman, veterinarian and diplomate of the American Veterinary Dental College. prevention of dental disease in dogs is power. Knowing how to brush your dog's teeth along with providing the right bones can really make an impact on reducing those expensive dental cleanings. Choosing the right dental bones for your dog. First and foremost, it's important to realize that if your dog already has periodontal disease, the ideal approach is to have the buildup of tartar removed. Since the dog's teeth will be also polished, this is a good time to get started on good dental practices, and that includes brushing your dog's teeth, since the new smoothness of the dog's teeth should be less likely to attract additional bacteria and plaque buildup. Whether you own a young dog and want to prevent major dental problems, an older dog who has had a recent dental cleaning, or a dog who has mild gingivitis that your vet believes can be reversed, the ideal time to prevent dental issues is at the plaque stage. You may be on the lookout for what bones can be used to clean a dog's teeth. Are you feeding raw? Feeding dogs raw doesn't necessarily mean healthier teeth. Raw-fed dogs aren't immune from dental problems, and several raw-fed dogs go through routine dental cleanings just as non-raw-fed dogs. In the next paragraphs we will see why. Avoid bones that may fracture teeth. One of the biggest risks when giving the wrong types of bones to dogs are fractured teeth. The American Veterinary Dental College does not recommend giving cow hooves, dried natural bones or hard nylon products, as these are very hard and can result in fractured teeth and damaged gums. These products do not mimic the effect of meat being pulled off a carcass as dogs would have done in the wild. Sharon Hoffman, a diplomate of the American Veterinary Dental College, further adds soup bones, knuckle bones and some pressed rawhide chews to the list of products to avoid to prevent fractured teeth. Veterinarian Dr. Peter Dobrias recommends to stay away from beef, buffalo or bison shank bones because they are harder than teeth and may cause them to crack. He explains that this is how a $2 marrow bone can end up costing thousands of dollars in dental treatment. He has an evolutionary explanation for this. In the wild, canines were most likely to hunt on birds, rabbits, rodents, goats, and possibly the occasional deer. Messing around with a buffalo or cow was risky business. Antlers are also risky treats. There are many cases of dogs fracturing their teeth when they consume these. Finally, pork bones or rib bones are also somewhat on the risky side because they are more likely to splinter. I know, I can hear many people saying, but I fed my dogs these bones almost all their lives and they're fine. That's sure a good point. Fact is, we must consider what vets see in their practices, and fractured teeth are unfortunately not that rare. But not all vets always seem to concur on which bones should be avoided. It's likely that these differing opinions may vary based on what they see most in their practice. It never hurts to be conservative and err on the side of caution. Avoid cooked and smoked bones. It may be tempting to feed Fido some leftover cooked bones to help clean teeth, but doing so is also a risky practice. Cooked bones tend to become brittle, and when your dog consumes them, they may splinter, potentially causing internal injuries, explains veterinarian Karen Becker. On top of that, cooking strips the bones from a great amount of nutrients. Steamed or smoked bones, found out of the freezer in pet stores, are processed, causing them to become brittle as well. Watch for questionable ingredients in dental bones.
I'm not a writer.
As an alternative to dental bones, manufacturers of pet products may try to create their own products, but it's important to look at labels and verify the safety of such products. Keep a watchful eye for artificial preservatives, animal byproducts, corn, soy, grains, unnecessary food coloring to make them of an appealing color, and other questionable ingredients. Also, look for the country of origin. Many dental bones and chews are made in China using questionable ingredients, and several have been recalled due to safety issues. Consider the size of your dog. Often, raw bones are sold online or in stores without clear instructions. If you are lucky, the product may say which size is most suitable to your dog based on his weight, but unfortunately several leave you guessing. As a general rule of thumb, look for raw bones that are bigger than your dog's head, suggests Karen Becker. This way, your dog won't be able to open his jaw wide enough to bite off chunks to swallow.
For those who...
Smaller bones such as small femur rings or kneecaps pose a danger to large breed dogs, because they may swallow them whole. So when it comes to bones, bigger is better to avoid damage to teeth, choking, or intestinal blockages. Provide the right types of bones. So we have seen so many types of bones that shouldn't be fed. You may thinking what is left? While cooked or smoked bones can be risky to dogs, consider that raw bones are a whole different story. Canines have been consuming bones for centuries, so it would be silly to say that raw bones are harmful to them. There are essentially two types of raw bones that are beneficial for dogs. Karen Becker divides them in two categories. Edible bones. These are bones that don't contain marrow and are overall soft and pliable. They are non-weight-bearing bones that can be ground easily with a meat grinder. Chicken wings, chicken backs, chicken necks and turkey necks are some examples. These bones are designed to be chewed up and eaten by dogs. These bones are often fed as part of a raw diet as they provide the dog with important nutrients and minerals. Because these bones are quite soft, they do not provide a significant improvement in dental health, explains Dr. Tobias. In order to have some beneficial effects, your dog should be chewing for a good 30 minutes, according to Animal Planet, and your dog must also chew the right type of bones to obtain some good dental benefits. This is why dogs fed raw don't necessarily always have the best teeth. Recreational bones. These raw bones don't typically provide much nutrition and aren't meant to be swallowed. The dog just gnaws on them for mental stimulation and the purpose of cleaning teeth. When some cartilage and soft tissue meat is still attached, the action on the teeth is similar to getting brushed and flossed. This helps reduce tartar and helps reduce the risk for gum problems. In order to have nice teeth, as the dogs have in the wild, dogs fed raw must chew on both edible and recreational bones. Recreational bones are recommended. If your dog has a sensitive stomach, consider that marrow bones may be too rich. The marrow is very high in fat, causing digestive problems, diarrhea and even pancreatitis in sensitive dogs. Top of that, they are too hard. Veterinarian Peter Tobias instead recommends feeding raw bones of medium-sized animals, specifically, lamb or goat bones twice a week. These are hard, abrasive bones, but they are not too thick, so they are perfect to keep the teeth polished and scraped without risking fractures. And if there's still some meat attached, even better. Chunks of raw meat are what promote effective cleaning of teeth and gums, and the dog should be working on scraping them off for about 30 minutes. What if you do not feel like feeding raw bones? You must then look for edible bones made of healthy, non-toxic ingredients. This can be harder said than done, as there are so many products nowadays on the market, and the majority of them contain harmful substances. It's important that the products are digestible, as swallowing non-digestible chunks may lead to an obstruction. The ideal bones should be hard enough to help clean teeth, but not so hard as to crack them. Veterinarian Karen Becker recommends Merkle Healthy Pets dog dental bones, which are 100% natural, and contain no corn, soy, gluten or animal byproducts. See her video. However, let's remember that it's the removal of meat from bones that helps maintain healthy teeth, and that the chewing action must last quite a while to be effective. A note about small dogs: certain breeds of small dogs are particularly prone to developing periodontal disease compared to others because their teeth don't have normal alignment, and tiny breeds may have a tooth crowding problem. Even though these dogs may chew with vigor, they won't be able to clean their teeth no matter how much they chew because of their conformation. As seen, for your dog's safety it's important to know which bones to avoid so to prevent costly mishaps. Raw, meaty bones of medium-sized animals seem to be a good choice, but of course, it's always your job to find organic choices and to always supervise your dog when chewing. Also, consider that not all dogs are good candidates for chewing and eating bones. Those are mostly dogs who gulp down things without chewing carefully. Disclaimer: the above article is fruit of my research and not to be used as a substitute for professional veterinary or nutritional advice. When reading this article, you accept this disclaimer.